If you're an artist feeling lost trying to build your brand and share your music with the world, it's probably not because you don't know how to make music. It's probably because, and most likely, at least that was my case for over 15 years. And it sounds crazy saying that. I always second guess myself when I say 15 years, but it's really been over 15 years since 2010 that I've been making music, and it wasn't until recently that I was able to actually get over 100 listeners in a whole year. Just last year, my Spotify Wrapped was 15 listeners, and it wasn't until I sat down, got clear on the music I want to make under this brand, detached myself from the project, and understood what it made, who it was for, what I wanted to be to portray as, and what it means to me, that people were able to follow and figure me out and start to connect with me on a more super fan level, streaming my music over and over again and engaging in my content. But if you haven't made music yet, still stick around, because if you are getting into making music and wanting to start release music more seriously, you're going to want to go through these steps and make sure you have all these checked off. That way, people can understand what you stand for, what the project is, and actually become a super fan to your music. So, I'm going to run through a scenario. You'll probably create a song, you think it's good, you post it on SoundCloud, YouTube, if you're crazy, push it out to Spotify and all them if you're even more serious. So now you're on streaming platforms. Maybe post a DistroKid image and say, my music's out now, listen. Sound familiar? That's what I did for many years. Every decision you're making at the time it needs to be made. And then because you're doing that, it's different every single time. And you're just feeling like you're doing a whole lot of nothing, and your music is not getting anywhere. No one's listening to your music. Poor you. Why? Right? It's all right. I was there. We could get past this. Let's get past it together. So the first thing you're going to want to do of these 4 steps is have an identity. And then from there, we go into the meaning, and then your world, and then the rules. And let me be clear, you do not need perfect answers today. We just need to get the juices flowing and start to come up with a theme. So the goal is just be clear enough so we can get to the next step. So step 1, we need to get clear on an identity, and we make it super simple. If you download our Modern Artist Playbook, you will go through all the questions as well as prompts to fill out if you want AI to package it up into a document for you as you start to plan everything out. I'm not going to go too deep into the PDF, but for right here, you can see at the very bottom, we need to figure out artists, creates, type of work that combines with distinctive elements to make people feel an experience. Simple math equation, right? But those brackets are what you need to be clear on so we could build out that statement and have our first prompt out of the 4 to start to build our cohesive artist world. Next, we need to get clear on what the music means. That means what it means to you, but also what it means to the listener. This is what makes great artists take off super fast, and it's because they have a meaning for them to put in the effort, but then there's also a meaning and interpretation that they want the listener to have. On my electronic music production project, Seika, I make high energy music with bass influence. So bass sounds, wobbles, heavier sounds combined with the high energy. But I want people feeling motivated, uplifted, happy. It's not sad or angry or mad type of music. It's high energy, feel good, burn out your energy, don't keep your energy built up inside you. And if you're crazy like me with ADHD, then it helps you focus. So you're going to go through the questions in the PDF for your creative mission. So once you know who you are, what the music means to you and your audience, you can now start to build a world around it. Most artists that get stuck and overwhelmed usually start to worry about colors, press shots, all that stuff first, websites, all that type of branding. But we're not worried about that right now. So don't get overwhelmed by that stuff. Just take it one question at a time and go through the playbook, and you will start to build out your foundation and your basically North Star that all your decisions come off of. And it helps you make decisions faster and in a more cohesive way that your brand makes sense to someone who stumbles across your music and starts to enjoy your music and wants to learn more about you. So, to boil it all down, this will give you a simple gut check. Your music plus visuals plus your messaging equals your one world. So when you work on your music, does it fit into the world? Does your music fit with the visuals? Does your music fit with your messaging? Does your messaging fit with your visuals? Do your visuals fit with your messaging? And between all of them, if they are able to stack upon each other, you're going to get your one world, what we're shooting for. And the last thing I'm going to give you is you need to give yourself a few rules so you can stay on track when the new idea, trend, and references start to show up. This helps you stay on track while still being creative and experimenting and playing around with trends. But we're only doing the ones that could tie into our artist identity and our one world. Now that helps us filter out all the noise and actually start to work on and do what matters and makes sense to our brand, and not waste our time and energy on things that just are just noise at this point to us. So we put this page towards the end of the playbook, and it's called Create the Rules and the Anti-Rules. And you need to be clear on what is the rules you're going to follow, but also what we're never going to do. This helps you make sure we focus on this and then collaborate in that middle. But also, we never even worry or mess with the stuff over here in the never. We never do these rules, okay? And that helps us keep focused on what matters and start to build what matters and actually get our artist brand out there. Again, snowballing one fan at a time and starting to build super fans. So we went over this very high level, and if you just did what we talked about in this video, you're already off on a very strong foot forward, and you actually are going to have a cohesive brand. But if you want to make sure you go through all the questions and you're thinking about it from all the angles, click the link down below. You'll get our free PDF guide that you'll get this to answer all the questions and help develop your artist identity documents, but also an example. So all the questions are filled out, and you'll get access to our custom GPT, which is meant to build an artist Bible. An artist Bible is basically all these questions and rules summed up into a clean document for you to reference. If you're using AI to help you brainstorm, come up with ideas, or do writing or anything, it now has this to reference. So it could stay on track and give you better results, less slop. But also, even if you're just doing the old-fashioned collaboration, and it's not even old-fashioned because collaboration is fun. I don't even know why I said that. But if you're still wanting to collaborate with people, now you have a document, and maybe you could say, hey, review this. This is what I stand for. This is what I am. This is what I won't do. If you're in line with that, let's collaborate. Whatever it is, whatever that looks like, okay? Basically, you now have this business, and it's your artist, your music identity, and now your fans. And now you could actually have super fans because you have this world that they could immerse themselves in. They know what kind of music you stand for. They know what you stand for as an identity in the project. And that is how you get your super fans. And those are the ones that are going to spread your music to more and more people. And that is how you're going to be able to sustain yourself with your music and projects you build around your music. So if this helped you, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe. We have a lot of other videos. We're just getting started. So much content in the pipeline that I need to film and get ahead of. As you can see, I'm not in my normal place right now, but the content must get filmed. So we're doing the best we can with what we got. No excuse. There's a will, there's a way. I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to take you along for the ride. I'm going to show you how I do it, what I learned. Because at the end of the day, I want your music shared with the people that will benefit from your music. Everyone loves music. And I think there is fans for everybody, for every type of music. But if you don't position yourself right, they're not going to know how to find you. Think of it. There's 8 billion people. If you don't identify yourself and have clear rules and vibes and ways to find you, how are they going to find you? It's like winning the lotto, basically, even worse odds. So with everything being searchable now online, being very clear and targeted and branded and building out all your sites, socials, everything is going to help them find you without you doing any extra work. So put in the time now, build a strong foundation, get our free PDF, our GPT to help you build all the documents and references to get you guided and build your artist brand the right way and start attracting the super fans you deserve.